He bravely fought in World War II, but this local veteran is still fighting to clear his good name months after we first brought you his story. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Lydia Colbita.
And I'm John Gray. First told you about Dr. Tom Smith back in June when he found his military records confused him with another service member with a similar name but much less distinguished service record.
On this Veterans Day, we decided to check up on the Pacific Theater veteran to see if he's gotten the help from the Marines and government he's been fighting, and we learned there's still a long way to go. News 10 ABC's Amy Cutler, dedicated to helping him get answers. She joins us live with a story at 6. Amy?
Lydia, here we are on Veterans Day and at the World War II Memorial here in Albany, and unfortunately, there just isn't much progress to report. Parts of Smith's record remain inaccurate.
We had a job to do, we did it, and we were proud of it.
90-year-old Dr. Thomas Smith Jr. of Glenville is a modest guy. That job he was referring to, serving as a Marine in World War II. He was stationed in the Pacific and fought in some of the war's fiercest battles. Smith was injured 3 times and received 2 Purple Hearts. But following Pearl Harbor, it was something he says he knew he had to do.
I failed the eye test. So my mother, God rest her soul, fed me carrot juice, carrots, cooked carrots, baked carrots. I got to be jaundiced after a while.
But that help, along with his own bravery, served him well. Smith remembers World War II better than most of us can recall what we did yesterday. A few years back, though, he decided he'd write it all down and requested a copy of his military records. When they arrived, he says he realized he'd been confused with a Thomas Jefferson Smith. He's Thomas Joseph Smith. Same initials, but that guy had gone AWOL.
You can't read it, it's all smudged, see? And that's the way it is.
Smith says he's been trying to set the record straight for more than 2 years. We first told you about him back in June. Since then, we reached out to our elected representatives down in Washington. Smith says he's heard from them. A few things have been changed, but not all of it.
They didn't find this, they didn't find that. Not that we removed it. It would seem to me all they had to do is say they found it and removed it.
A slow process now. I once again today reached out to Senator Schumer's office along with Congressman Tonko's office. They both tell me that they are still working on it. As for Smith, his book is now complete, and he says he hopes it sets the record straight on what he did during World War II. Live in Albany tonight, I'm Amy Cutler for News 10 ABC.